If you do all those things, you can get out of student loan debt before you know it. What's up, you guys? My name is Antoine. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you the 7 things that helped me get out of student loan debt less than 1 year out of college. And if you're new to my channel and you're interested on following me on my real estate and money making journey, be sure to check out the subscribe button down below and turn on the bell notification. First off, I don't want this video to come off as, bragging or showboating, but I genuinely hope that this video is able to help someone out there who has a lot of student loan debt and are trying to figure out ways to navigate through it. Currently in the US, I think there's like $1.6 trillion of student loan debt, and I'm hoping that this video can at least show some people some different ways that they can help kind of tackle their own. And I also just want to say everyone's path is different, and you don't necessarily need to go to college in order to be successful. And at the end of the day, as long as you're happy, that's all that really matters. However, if you're watching this video, chances are you're planning on going to college, you're in college, or you just got out of college and you're trying to figure out how to pay off your student debt. And if you just graduated, I wanted to say congratulations to the class of 2020. I know this is a very strange time to be graduating, but you guys should be honored and recognized for all your accomplishments and achievements, and good luck in the future. So to start things off, I graduated in 2019 from the Illinois Institute of Technology. It also goes by Illinois Tech or IIT, not to be confused with ITT Tech, which I get a lot. And when they closed down in 2017, everyone thought my college closed down, but they're not the same thing. So I graduated from Illinois Tech in 2019 with my Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, this guy graduated with an engineering degree or a STEM degree. No wonder he could pay off his student loan so fast. And you're right. Yeah, that definitely helped. But the methods I used can be applied no matter what your degree is, how much you're making. So the first thing I'll say to do is find an on-campus job, right? Or find something that can make you income while in college. While I was in college, first 2 years I had an on-campus job, and then I eventually got an internship that I was able to work through during the semester as well. And just, every semester I was working anywhere from 15 to 20 hours a week. And by doing this, I was able to pay off my room and board cost every semester, as well as start chipping down on some student loans. So if you're able to get an on-campus job or an internship while you're in school and start chipping away at your student loan debt while you're in college, by the time you get out of it, you'll have substantially less. And that is definitely one of the factors that helped me kind of get rid of my student loans in less than a year. Second thing, once you graduate, is to evaluate all your student loans, because if you're like me, you took out all different types of loans in order to go through college. For example, typically in a subsidized loan, you don't have to start paying interest until 6 months after you graduate. So if you're starting to pay off your loans immediately, then to hold off on subsidized loans because you're not incurring any interest on them, and just start paying down the ones that are already had interest. So that's one method I use that really helped kind of save money and not have to pay as much interest. The third tip I have is kind of obvious if you're trying to pay off your loans quickly, and it's to pay more than the minimum balance. Personally, I get paid weekly, so every week I would pay about 80% of my paycheck to my student loans. I got in the habit of doing that, but that method isn't exactly the right method for everyone. Another option is to pay bi-weekly and cut your monthly bill in half, and by the end of the year, you're able to make 2 more payments. I was able to pay 80% of my paycheck every week because my room and board cost was paid for from an advisory role. The role is similar to if you were to go home and live with your parents. I know a couple people who've done that, and I think it's a very respectable thing and smart thing to do if you're really trying to crank away at your student loans. Me personally, if I didn't get the advisory kind of gig, I probably would have just saved up some money for a down payment on a house and then just house hack the house to get rid of my housing cost. And if you're like, Antoine, what is house hacking? Well, I'm planning on making a video for it, so if you're interested, definitely hit the subscribe button down below. Number 4, once tax season comes, you're able to deduct the cost of the student loan interest you've incurred for the past year, right? It's capped off at like $2,500, but I did that and I was able to get the money back. And the money back I got, I just put back into my student loans. Number 5, enroll in AutoPay. A lot of your loan providers will give you 0.5% off your interest rate if you do that. So from like a $10,000 loan, that's like $50, it's like a Friday night. Also, if you enroll in AutoPay, it's a lot harder to forget about your payment or miss a payment because it's automatically drawing it from your account. And be sure to have money in that account to avoid overdraft fees. 6, start a side hustle. I know Gary Vee put out a video about a side hustle of picking up free furniture and selling it for a profit. I was doing that long before I even knew who Gary Vee was, but he's completely right. That is definitely a way you can make money, is, one man's trash is another man's treasure, and just kind of being that person in the middle. When I first started, I was picking up decent looking couches with one of my buddies who had a truck, and we would just sell them to guys who were moving out of the dorms into apartments, and it was some pretty easy money. And after a while of doing this, I was able to get my own truck and continue flipping flipping furniture on my own. If you're interested in learning more about how to flip furniture, I was planning on making a couple videos on how to, as well as some hauling videos of what I picked up when I'm trying to sell it. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out the subscribe button down below. And number 7, reduce your expenses. Your 3 biggest expenses are your home, your food, and then your transportation costs, right? So for me, it was easy because my room and board were paid for. And until recently, I was taking the train to my job site as well as to work. So my transportation cost was very low. But I eventually caved in and bought a truck, which pushed back my projected finish date for my student loans from March 2020 to April 2020. But the only reason I bought the truck was because it was a really good deal and I was planning on flipping it. But then I ended up making a lot of money from flipping furniture that I decided to just keep the truck. 2 quick bonus tips that'll help you get rid of your student loans even quicker is 1, set a goal for yourself. And I did this by projecting when I wanted to be done with my student loans. For me, it was March 2020. And you have to understand that, stuff happens and sometimes you can't make your goals, and that's okay. Because for me, I had to push it back a month because I wanted to buy a truck. And the second quick tip, have someone to hold you accountable. For me, it was my mom. Every time I got an email confirmation that I paid, I would forward it to my mom and she'd say, good job. So definitely have someone that's, a support system helping you and holding you accountable to making payments and making quick payments and hold you to your goals. That level of accountability also helped me kind of stay the path and not get deterred in buying random stuff. All in all, that was some of the ways I was able to get out of student loan debt less than 1 year out of college. And like I said in the beginning, if you can do all these things, you'll be out of student loan debt before you know it. I hope that this video was at least a little bit helpful. And if you have any tips and tricks that you want to share, be sure to comment them down below to help out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.